Hello guys, and welcome to another developed video. Today taking an in-depth look at the Home Depot Incorporated company, often referred to as simply Home Depot. It is an American multinational home improvement retail corporation that sells tools, construction products, appliances, and services, including fuel and transportation rentals. Home Depot is the largest home improvement retailer in the United States. So first of all, let's start up our analysis by looking at their valuation. They have a price to earnings of 25.4 and a free cash flow yield of 4.03%. The business metrics look pretty good with a current ratio of 1.1, a return on equity of 223%, a return on tangible assets of 22%, and a return on invested capital of 22%. Next, let's go on to Grant's valuation. Using a 15 estimated earnings per share, a 5.5% projected growth rate, and the current triple yield on AAA corporate bonds, we get an intrinsic value of $151.38. Next, going on to the discounted cash flow model, applying the same 5.5% growth rate with a 2% perpetual and an 8% discount rate, we get an intrinsic value of $280.96. Let's look at the historical multiple. We can see that over the past 10 years, their average P/E ratio has been 22.43, so they're trading 13% above the historical average. Multiples variation, I compared them to Lowe's Incorporated, Builders First Source, W. Granger, and Kohl's Corporation, which gives us an average P/E of 17.64 multiplied by the earnings per share. We get an intrinsic value of $263.93. Lastly, we'll value them by the dividend income model. So first, let's look at the payout ratio. We can see a 60.31% payout ratio. So I applied a 5% growth rate so that their dividend grows a bit lower than their free cash flow to lower their payout ratio, and we get an intrinsic value of $316.75. Going to the output, we get an intrinsic value of $253.25. This is the averageable of these four valuations. And of course, applying a mandatory 15% margin of safety, we get an intrinsic value of $215.27, suggesting that the stock at their current levels is a sell. Now, personally, I believe that this is a great company, fundamentally speaking. That's why they have such high valuation for their line of business, because as you can see from the business metrics, they have a great return on assets, great return on equity, great asset management since they have a positive turn ratio. They have a high ROIC, and also they have a very high free cash flow. So these are all signs that they're very well managed, and I like the company. Also, they've grown their dividend at a 10.85% CAGR in the past 5 years, and also to add to this, they haven't had any negative free cash flow year in the past decade. So they are a great company, fundamentally speaking. They've been managed pretty well, but they are just not at a great price yet. Personally, I believe that this company is a buy at about 220 to 30. I believe the intrinsic value is a bit higher, but it has been dragged down by the warehouse valuation. But since it's part of the model, I will not remove it. Yeah, so I believe this is a great company, fundamentally speaking. If you own Home Depot stock, I don't think it should sell. I think it should hold until maybe $400 for 50. If you hit four or for 50, I think you should sell. But of course, this is my own advice, my own opinion. This should not be taken as financial advice. You should do your due diligence. If you find something that I didn't, if you have a DCF that gives a higher intrinsic value to Home Depot, please comment it down below. But in my opinion, this stock is not a buy, it's at most a sell, at most a hold, and it's just a bit overvalued. If the price dropped, then yes, this company I think will be a big and great buy. So to end the video, I'd like to talk a bit about our affiliate for today, Ticker Data. Ticker Data is the tool that I use to make the video, so you see this great template with the real-time financial data. So this is ticker data. So for example, if I put in Microsoft MSFT, you see all of this data is loading. This is just ticker data working in the background. Look, it's all appearing out of nowhere. So this is such a great tool. You can see everything has appeared in a few seconds. You can find the link in the description below. It's pretty cheap and I think you'll love it. Also, do not forget to check out my investing blog from the link in the description below, where I post in-depth analysis on a diverse set of topics relating to the stock market. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!